Welcome, everyone. So, if you're an association executive, a chief technology officer, or an operational lead, you already know that choosing an association management system is honestly one of the most consequential decisions your organization will make. It literally dictates how you engage with your members, manage your data, and scale your impact. Today, we're bringing you an explainer evaluating two incredibly powerful but fundamentally different architectural philosophies, Fonteva and Cannolai. We're going to put on our consultant hats today, look right past all that marketing speak, and dig deep into the actual structural DNA of these two platforms. Just a quick introduction, I'm your host, a digital marketing associate with SmartThoughts. We're a software advisement firm dedicated specifically to helping associations and nonprofits navigate the, frankly, incredibly complex world of association technology. My absolute passion is breaking down these massive software ecosystems so you can see exactly how they align with your association's totally unique operational reality. Okay, let's dive into this. On our agenda for this explainer, we've got a platform overview, core capabilities compared, crucial limitations and trade-offs, vital questions for your association, and finally, your next strategic step. Now keep in mind, we're looking at ecosystems and capabilities today. We are definitely not here to pick a simple winner, mostly because the real winner entirely depends on your specific organization.
All right, moving right along to Section 1, Platform Overview and Positioning.
To really wrap our heads around these systems, we have to look at their foundational technology ecosystems. It's kind of like looking at the blueprints of a house. Cannolai is actually the industry's first AMS developed natively within the HubSpot ecosystem. It's a highly configurable SaaS, software as a service, designed primarily for Tier 2 and Tier 3 mid-market to small associations. We're typically talking about those with budgets right around the $2.5 to $10 million mark. Fonteva, on the flip side, is built entirely within the Salesforce ecosystem. It's a true enterprise scalable powerhouse, geared much more heavily toward Tier 1 and Tier 2 mid-sized to large associations. Usually, those are the folks with budgets of $5 million and above.
Okay, Section 2, Core Platform Capabilities Compared. Let's get into what these platforms can actually do.
In this section, we're focusing strictly on pure capability, and we'll start with Cannolai. Its core strengths really stem from its incredibly modern architecture. First up, it's got a marketing-first HubSpot sync. Just imagine your event registrations and membership renewals updating in HubSpot in real time. No more manual exports. Second, it utilizes a no-code configuration framework. For you operational leads out there, this is absolutely huge. You can actually customize pricing logic without having to beg developers for help. And finally, it provides unified data. Membership, events, certifications, revenue, it all lives in one beautifully structured place. You can finally say goodbye to those messy workaround spreadsheets.
And this brilliantly illustrates the other side of the spectrum with Fonteva's massive, true enterprise scale. Because it sits right on Salesforce, its absolute core strength is unlimited customization through the Salesforce API. You can build incredibly complex, totally bespoke business processes. Its event management is also exceptional, especially if you're running massive multi-chapter or multi-track conferences. And crucially for the CTOs listening, you get full access to the Salesforce App Exchange. That means you can leverage literally thousands of pre-built connectors instead of building super expensive custom integrations entirely from scratch. It's a real game changer.
Moving on to Section 3, Crucial Limitations and Trade-offs.
I want to speak directly to the CTOs and operational leads right now, because let's be real, no software is perfect. Increasing your complexity awareness is exactly how you avoid really expensive implementation mistakes down the road. Consider this. Data shows that legacy integration failures are actually one of the leading causes of AMS launch delays. So let's talk about what these platforms do not handle well. Cannolai? It's really not suited for massive $10 million plus deployments that require deeply bespoke legacy code integrations. It thrives on standardized configurability, not custom code. Fonteva, conversely, has a very steep learning curve. It practically requires dedicated IT staff or a certified Salesforce administrator just to manage it. Plus, users often report that Fonteva's rather convoluted financial data models can deeply frustrate accounting teams.
But remember the quote on the screen here. These aren't deal breakers. They're trade-offs to evaluate against your requirements. That is literally the most important concept in AMS selection. The distinct differences between mid-market and small association requirements are what dictate the final platform choice. It's never about who has the longest feature list. It's entirely about evaluating trade-offs against your association's absolute uniqueness.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 4, Vital Questions for Your Association.
These are the structural, foundational questions you executives absolutely must grapple with before making a move. Let's start right here. How complex is your membership structure? Seriously, are you dealing with simple individual memberships, or do you have convoluted corporate accounts, tiered benefits, specialized grace periods, and maybe even complex certification requirements tied to very specific membership statuses?
Next question, do you need multi-chapter or federation capabilities? Because this completely changes your technological requirements. If you have, say, 15 regional chapters that need partial autonomy to manage their own events, but you still need all that data rolling up securely to the national level, well, your system needs a very specific type of architecture to handle that data flow securely.
Third up, what's your event management complexity? Are we talking about some simple monthly webinars and one big annual meeting? Or are you running massive, multi-day, multi-track conferences with complex speaker management, sponsor portals, and highly customized attendee registration pathways?
And finally, is integration with Salesforce or HubSpot essential for you? Is your association already heavily invested in HubSpot for your marketing efforts? Or does your CTO view Salesforce as the strategic, long-term infrastructure for your entire tech stack? The answers to these questions will naturally pull you toward the right architectural fit.
Now for our final piece, Section 5, your next strategic step.
So you understand the capabilities and you know the trade-offs. Now, what's your move? Look, both Fonteva and Cannolai serve associations exceptionally well, but the right fit entirely depends on your specific factors. At SmartThoughts, we've actually guided over 200 associations through this exact decision. And you know what? Most organizations overlook some really specific pitfalls, like severely underestimating the IT staffing needed for enterprise systems, or ignoring their accounting workflows until it is way too late. To avoid those traps, head over to smartthoughts.net and book a 30-minute consultation with our team. We can help you map your totally unique requirements directly to the market.
I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. Which ecosystem perfectly aligns with your budget, your structure, and your growth plans? Are you looking for the configurable, marketing-first agility of Cannolai? Or do you need the limitless, enterprise-scale power of Fonteva? Think deeply about your uniqueness, evaluate your resources, and let that guide your strategy. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today, and hey, happy software buying!